Welcome back to Prop News Time. Here are the headlines for the day. MV wins INR 1,500 crore solar module order from KPI. Green Energy. Bengaluru-based solar tech firm MV has secured an INR 1,500 crore order from KPI Green Energy for high-efficiency TOPCon bifacial solar modules to be deployed in a renewable energy project in Gujarat. The modules, manufactured at MV's Dabaspet and Sulibele units in Karnataka, reinforce India's push for clean energy and self-reliant manufacturing. MV, with a 7.8 gigawatt peak module and 2.94 gigawatt peak cell production capacity, serves markets across Asia, Europe, Africa, and North America. The ongoing partnership with KPI Green Energy, dating back to 2021, highlights MV's consistent delivery and growing role in India's green energy transition and domestic manufacturing ecosystem. Bombay HC nullifies TCP Act clause used for mass land conversions in Bardes. The Bombay High Court has struck down Section 17, Subsection 2 of Goa's Town and Country Planning TCP Act, criticizing unchecked land use conversions in Bardes Taluka, including Kalanguta and Kandolim. Between March 2023 and early 2024 were 353 approvals, reclassified 2.65 million square meters of orchards and paddy fields into settlement zones, bypassing planning norms and public scrutiny. The court called the move disastrous, highlighting systemic failures in Goa's urban planning. This follows past judicial interventions halting outline development plans and the 2021 regional plan notification. While the Goa government has appealed the decision, the ruling marks a win for civic groups seeking transparent, eco-sensitive development. Adani Group to invest up to $20 billion annually over next 5 years. Adani Group plans to invest $15 to 20 billion annually over the next 5 years to fuel its next growth phase. Chairman Gautam Adani announced at the group's AGM. The company aims to reach 100 gigawatt power capacity by 2030 across renewables and conventional sources, while also expanding in ports, airports, data centers, cement, gas, and energy. Despite scrutiny from US authorities, Adani assured investors of strong financials, reporting INR 2.71 lakh crore in revenue and an 8.2% rise in EBITDA. Key projects include the 50 gigawatt Khavda Renewable Park, smart metering initiatives, Navi Mumbai Airport, and the transformative Dharavi redevelopment project. Motilal Oswal's MO Alternates closes IREF, 2 with strong returns across 14 deals MO Alternates. The alternative investment arm of Motilal Oswal has fully exited all 14 investments under its India Realty Excellence Fund. 2. IRF 2, realizing INR 1,050 crore and delivering an 18.3% gross IRR. Launched with an INR 489 crore corpus. IRF 2 focused on structured capital in mid-income housing projects across urban centers. Including reinvestments, the fund deployed INR 680 crore. The exits, completed last week, underscore the firm's strong asset management and timely exit strategy. R.D. Dhiman appointed as Himachal ARERA chairman. After 6-month vacancy, the Himachal Pradesh government has appointed retired IS officer R.D. Dhiman as chairman of the state's Real Estate Regulatory Authority. Array, filling a leadership vacuum since December 2024. Dhiman, a former chief secretary and chief information commissioner, is expected to restore efficiency and oversight. Former IS officer Amit Kashyap has also been appointed as a RERA member. Their appointments aim to boost transparency, project approvals, and home buyer protection amid rising real estate activity in cities like Shimla and Dharamshala. These strategic moves signal the state's commitment to strengthening real estate governance under the Real Estate, Regulation and Development Act 2016. Navi Mumbai civic body intensifies demolition drive against illegal buildings in Ghansoli. The Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, NMMC, has carried out a demolition drive in the Ghansoli area against unauthorized constructions, which continued despite prior notices issued under Section 54 of the Maharashtra Regional and Town Planning Act, 1966. The demolition was ordered by the civic chief and executed under the supervision of senior officials. RCC structures rising up to 4 stories were razed as they lacked necessary permissions. Officials have signaled a stricter crackdown on future violations across the region. Bhopal. BMC flags over 1,200 buildings as dangerous ahead of monsoon. The Bhopal Municipal Corporation has flagged over 1,200 buildings as structurally unsafe, up from 450 last year, prompting evacuation notices to around 700 households, especially in old city areas like Aishbagh. Legal disputes over property rights and political pushback have stalled repairs and demolitions, even as monsoon risks loom. Many unsafe buildings obstruct stormwater channels or sit atop drainage lines, worsening flood management in a city already prone to waterlogging. Experts warn that unchecked urbanization and encroachments over historical water bodies have left Bhopal ill-equipped for seasonal rains. Despite annual warnings, slow enforcement and infrastructure neglect continue to hinder meaningful action. MRDA launches INR 325 crore rural road upgrade in Alibag. MRDA has launched an INR 325 crore program to upgrade rural roads across 10 villages in Alibag, following its recent appointment as the region's planning authority. The plan includes cement concrete resurfacing on key stretches connecting villages to Alibag's town centre, with tenders issued for detailed design and management. On-ground construction is slated to begin soon. This initiative forms part of a wider connectivity vision, including multimodal corridors and ring road projects that aim to improve access and boost land and tourism value in Alibag and adjacent areas. Inkospace acquires Trios in cash and equity deal, adds 12 centers to portfolio. Inkospace has acquired co-working startup Trios in an all-cash and equity deal, expanding its footprint in Pune and boosting its revenue target of INR 350 to 400 crore for FY 25. The deal adds 12 new centers, 10 in Pune and 2 in Gurugram, bringing Inkospace's total to over 50 centers across 18 cities and 4 million square feet. Trios' founding team will continue in leadership roles, ensuring service continuity and client retention. The acquisition supports Inkospace's broader growth strategy ahead of a planned INR 215 crore pre-IPO fundraise and future public listing. Trios' strong local presence and corporate clientele make the deal a strategic fit for national expansion. Sambhajinagar intensifies anti-encroachment and water theft operations. The Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar Municipal Corporation has ramped up enforcement against unauthorized construction and water theft ahead of the monsoon. In Gulmandi, officials raised 24 illegal shop extensions and a hazardous building, while traders near Rangargali were warned to self-demolish encroachments. In Kiratpura, over 100 illegal water connections were cut, restoring supply to legal users. Recent drives also cleared 340 encroachments on Beed Bypass Road and bulldozed 229 structures in Mukundwadi, sparking protests over alleged due process violations. Earlier efforts used robotic tools to detect hidden pipelines. Authorities warn that unpaid irrigation dues could delay the city's main water project. Belagavi City Corporation shifts e-Khata process to curb corruption at citizen centers. Belagavi City Corporation, BCC, has moved e-Khata application submissions to Belagavi 1 centers to curb corruption and reduce delays. Following a surprise inspection revealing manipulation by agents, Commissioner Shubha B suspended manual processing and launched a digital-first system. Citizens can now submit applications directly at 2 active centers, with 2 more opening soon. A nominal INR 25 fee that is charged, with no middlemen allowed. In 48 hours, BC cleared 3,854 pending applications. Despite brief server issues, operations are stabilizing. The initiative follows a state directive to resolve e-Khata cases within 3 months and includes public info boards and a helpline for assistance. Odisha High Court demands immediate update on 700 plus unsafe buildings flagged in Cuttack. The Odisha High Court has ordered the Cuttack District Administration to submit an immediate status report on over 700 structurally unsafe buildings across the city. The directive follows rising safety concerns in densely populated zones like Nimchori, Nayasarak, and Bukshi Bazar. A joint task force has identified 12 high-risk buildings needing urgent action, with the sub-collector instructed to act under the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita 2023. The court demanded an updated affidavit on survey progress and remedial measures. Despite surveys proposed as early as 2010, sustained action has lagged, prompting the court's push for accountability amid incidents of collapses and near misses. Adani, Vedanta, Dalmia, and Suraksha submit bids to take over debt-laden JP Group Adani Group. Vedanta, Dalmia Bharat Cement, and Suraksha Group, controlled JP Infratech, have submitted resolution plans to acquire debt-laden Jaiprakash Associates Duta, JAL, which is undergoing insolvency proceedings under NCLT's Allahabad bench. JAL owes nearly INR 57,185 crore and must be resolved as a single entity. Patanjali Ayurveda, though shortlisted, did not bid. JAL's assets include major real estate projects like JP Greens and Wishtown, hospitality properties, non-operational cement plants, and toll and power interests. Each bidder brings a unique strategic angle, with cement, real estate, and infrastructure assets attracting industry-wide attention. The outcome will shape the future of JAL's diverse portfolio. Chandigarh revives Manimajra land sale with fresh auction plan and INR 11,850 base rate. The Chandigarh UT administration has set a reserve price of INR 11,850 per square yard for auctioning nearly 7 acres of land in Manimajra, aiming to revive its land monetization strategy. The plots, spanning residential, commercial, and institutional use, will be auctioned online, with residential plots 1 to 5 offered on a freehold basis and others on a 99-year leasehold. The administration has also sought Union Cabinet approval to allot land at collector rate for constructing 3,930 self-financed apartments for UT employees. The municipal corporation expects to generate over INR 400 crore from an upcoming auction in nearby Pocket 6. HDB Financial IPO draws strong demand amid HDFC Bank backing. HDB Financial Services, HDFC Bank's NBFC arm, launched a landmark INR 12,500 crore IPO with a strong anchor book subscription of INR 3,369 crore at the top of the price band. Public interest surged, yet only about 1% was subscribed on day one, while the GMP hit 10%, reflecting strong market optimism. The company's robust financial base, vast branch network beyond metro areas, and strategic pricing referencing peer valuations underpin the IPO's broad appeal. Mumbai property deals. Cricketer. Shivam Dubey buys 2 luxury flats in Oshiwara for INR 27.5 crore. Indian cricketer. Shivam Dubey has purchased 2 luxury apartments worth INR 27.5 crore in DLH Enclave, Oshiwara, Mumbai, spanning over 9,600 square feet, including a 3,800 square feet balcony. The deal was registered earlier this month with an INR 1.68 crore stamp duty. DLH Enclave is an ultra-premium complex, home to celebrities like Kapil Sharma and the late Irfan Khan. The Oshiwara, Lokhandwala belt is a long-standing hub for entertainment industry professionals, known for upscale projects like Windsor Grand and Raheja Classic. With major redevelopment underway, led by builders like Puravankara and Rustomjee, the area is rapidly transforming into a modern luxury residential hotspot. Hafiz contractor to design Bombay High Court campus in Bandra East. The Maharashtra government has allocated 30 acres in Bandra East's government colony for the new Bombay High Court complex, addressing severe space constraints at the existing 1878 fort premises. Architect Hafiz contractor will design the facility, featuring 75 courtrooms, judge residences, lawyers' chambers, archives, and amenities like daycare and parking. The move follows Supreme Court directives and a 2019 ruling, with phased handovers already underway. The broader 90-acre site will also host up to 12 16-story towers for civil servant housing and revenue-generating residential sales. The current fort building, originally meant for 15 judges, now struggles to house 35 in overcrowded conditions. Gurugram leads India's high-end housing boom amid shrinking national supply. Gurugram's premium real estate sector is booming, even as national housing sales decline. Driven by strong infrastructure, seamless connectivity, and growing buyer interest, luxury projects along golf course extension and SPR are seeing record-breaking demand. Trump residences sold out in hours, while DLF's Privana North was fully booked during its soft launch. Despite a nationwide sales dip, Delhi NCR posted 16% growth, led by Gurugram's vibrant launch pipeline. With branded homes and gated communities becoming the norm, the SPR corridor is fast emerging as the city's most sought-after real estate zone. Gurugram is no longer a satellite city. It's setting new benchmarks. World Bank commits over USD 1 billion to rebuild Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon. The World Bank has approved over USD 1 billion in aid for Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon, focusing on infrastructure, trade, and public service restoration. Iraq received USD 930 million for a railway modernization project linking Qasr port to Mosul, aiming to enhance logistics and diversify its oil-dependent economy. Syria secured USD 146 million to restore war-damaged power infrastructure, supplementing a recent 5,000 megawatt energy deal with foreign firms. Lebanon was granted USD 250 million to repair essential public services like water, healthcare, and transport after the recent conflict. The World Bank stressed these are long-term development investments, not just crisis responses, to foster regional stability and recovery. Signature Global to raise INR 875 crore via NCDs for expansion real estate firm Signature Global will raise up to INR 875 crore through secured listed non-convertible debentures NCDs via private placement. The move, approved by the board, also includes a postal ballot to seek shareholder approval for increasing borrowing limits, creating securities, and amending the Articles of Association. Based in Gurugram, Signature Global ranked 5th among listed developers by sales bookings last year, posting INR 10,290 crore in FY24 sales. with a target of INR 12,500 crore in pre-sales for FY25. The company is doubling down on affordable and mid-income housing in the NCR, buoyed by strong post-IPO momentum and market confidence. Major launches and acquisitions mark a dynamic week across finance and FMCG sectors. In a string of notable developments across finance, insurance, and FMCG, Bajaj Finserv introduced a new small-cap fund aimed at quality investments amid market corrections, with its offer window approaching soon. ICICI Prudential Life rolled out a youth-focused market-linked plan, while Walco Food Company forayed into the artisanal dessert space by acquiring Mimi's Ice Creams. Meanwhile, Asim Infrastructure Finance raised USD 80 million through its first external commercial borrowing and green loan, with DBS Bank leading the cuts via the transaction from Gift City. Foxconn to invest USD 2.2 billion in India and US as part of global diversification. Push. Foxconn, Apple's key supplier, is investing USD 2.2 billion across India and the US to expand its global manufacturing footprint beyond China. Of this, USD 1.49 billion will go into a new iPhone production facility in India via its Singapore arm, likely in Tamil Nadu or Karnataka. This follows an earlier USD 1.5 billion investment into its Tamil Nadu unit. India's skilled workforce, incentives, and rising demand make it an ideal hub. Meanwhile, USD 735 million is allocated to a US-based unit for data center and server module manufacturing. Foxconn aims to diversify into high-value manufacturing, including electric vehicles and advanced components. Gurugram property tax audit exposes major lapse in ownership records. An audit by Gurugram's Municipal Corporation, MCG, uncovered that ownership details for 34 properties, owing INR 97.2 crore in property tax, are missing, making recovery legally impossible. The city's total outstanding property tax has surged to INR 280.6 crore, with additional arrears in fire tax, INR 18.4 crore, and development charges, INR 35.6 crore. Amid criticism at a recent MCG House meeting, officials vowed to retrieve records from the Revenue Department and pursue legal recovery. To improve collections, the MCG is conducting door-to-door surveys, hosting correction camps, and enhancing its online system to ensure accurate records and close the revenue gap. Nexus Seawoods Mall returns with flat 50% off EOSS and a chance to win a Java bike. Nexus Seawoods Mall has kicked off its much-awaited end-of-season sale, offering flat 50% discounts across 100-plus top fashion and lifestyle brands, including Gap, Tommy Hilfiger, Aldo, and Lifestyle. Shoppers spending INR 5,000 or more stand a chance to win a Java motorcycle, with added perks like 50% off select F&B and double reward points. To maximize convenience, the mall will remain open till midnight during the sale weekend. Known for its high-energy retail events, Nexus Seawoods continues to cement its reputation as Navi Mumbai's ultimate shopping and lifestyle destination, combining big brand bargains with immersive customer experiences. That's a wrap for today. Tune in tomorrow for the latest headlines.